Hey everybody, I'm back in at it today. I hope you guys are having a great day. Wanted to talk about options. I think a lot of us sometimes can be, thinking like, I don't know what options I really have, or I'm just stuck and there's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to do anything, or what can I do? I'm just confused or lost. And I think that we can get stuck in that place and just give up because we don't feel like we have all the answers, or we can't make the situation that we're going through change automatically. But as the Lord was talking to me this weekend, he reminded me that I have options and that you have options. And I just want to give a couple examples of how I had to choose to look for the options when you guys have heard the stories about my passport, hundreds of dollars more, trips canceled, things of that sort. But I made an option that I was going to pack my suitcase for Africa, even though I didn't have my passport. And though they took extra hundreds of dollars out for visas and everything else, I was going to Africa because I had waited for 23 years for a promise. I had no practical way of getting on that plane or even going, even with a packed backpack of faith and great shots in my arms and everything else. But I knew that the option I had was to choose hope and to say, you know what, I'm going to Africa. And as if you've watched the videos before, you've seen that with 38 minutes before I needed to cancel my flight and cancel what I thought was a big dream, one of my biggest dreams, my passport showed up. Another time, there's some of you who've longed to be mothers. 4 years ago, the doctors thought I might have had cancer. And I had a volleyball-sized cyst. And I had people tell me, let them take all your organs. Let them just do that just in case. And I had an option. We can take your organs just in case. We're not for sure you have cancer. We won't know till we cut you open. And I told him, I said, cancer doesn't live in my body. I don't have time for cancer. And not negating the fact that cancer is alive and well, unfortunately, in a lot of our family stories, in my own family stories. But I knew that cancer didn't live in my body. And I had an option. I said, you will not take my organs. And I know that I can still possibly, give life physically. But I had an option to quit and give up and say, well, I'm never going to be a mom in the traditional way, or it's going to change the way my body responds, and maybe my husband, I will never have a husband, all those kind of lies that the enemy wants us to believe. But I had an option to choose the truth, even though it didn't seem what was easy. And it's not always easy when you don't feel like you have options. If you hit rock bottom, you have two options. Stay down there or climb your way back up and let people help you and fight for it. If you're struggling in your marriage, you have two options. Fight for it or quit. If your children are sick, you medicate them, you take them to the hospital, you pray over them, you don't quit on them. And because you're a good parent. There's so many different things. You're going through school wondering, how am I going to quit? How am I going to make this? How am I going to get these grades? You know what? You study. You get help. If you have a learning disability, get the extra help. Change up your sleeping patterns. Do whatever it is. But you have options. You're never optionless. I just want to encourage you that when you feel like everything is going each way and you don't know what to do. 1, pause and take a deep breath. 2, pray and ask God for direction. 3, take a leap of faith because it takes your action. Faith without works is dead. You want to see things change? Step out. Be bold. Write down some of the promises that you've been holding on to. Lay out some option plans to see. You might have wanted to reach a goal now, but it might take an extra 6 months now. Still pursue it. I just want to encourage you that you have options if you really want to see that come to pass. Don't just sit on your butt and do nothing. Man, you are far more worth than sitting on your butt in fear and hopelessness. And there's people that will love you and get beside you. Open up, share the truth, write it down, start making the effort to go for it. I promise you, you have options. Don't quit now. I encourage you to have a great day and move forward and pursue your dreams. I love you guys. Bye.